9,500, but you're also negative on your escrow balance, 3,290.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. With the escrow balance, yes.
Yeah, because you always have to bring the escrow balance up to bring the loan current as well. So they tack that on. So if you look at the breakdown of the on the left hand side, the total is 11,389
Okay, yeah.
on that form. So it looks like you're active duty.
Actually, my husband is active duty.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. And you guys are moving?
Yeah, actually, we've already relocated to Jacksonville.
Okay. Oh, gotcha. So is this house just vacant?
Yeah, at the moment it's vacant, and we listed it early in the year, but what we were trying to do was get it listed very early in the year before all the stuff happened with the interest rates and all of that.
Yeah.
However, the military was not happy about that. They were like, well, why are you trying to sell the house so early? I saw what was coming. So we were trying to go ahead and get it moved. We ended up having to wait another 60 days before we could get it listed. And by that time, the interest rate started going up and buying started slowing down. So, of course, we put it on the market and it sat for about 6 months on the market. And then toward the end of our contract with the real estate agent, we had to go ahead and move. So we've secured our place over. Our main reason for trying to sell the house originally was to clear up our VA allotment to purchase something over in Jacksonville. However, we were able to work around that. So now we're at a place where we're like, okay, well, let's just rent it out. That way, we're not paying the extra mortgage for the house over there. When we were in the process of moving, my thought process was to ease up some of the burden because I knew that we were going to come up with cash or have liquid cash available to take care of everything, with the movement, then be reimbursed. So we went ahead and let the mortgage go for 2 months, and then that allowed us to do the modification. However, I didn't realize the modification was going to take as long. And so then they came back and said, hey, well, just don't make a payment until the modification is done because they're going to take everything and either spread it out throughout the loan or put it on the back. And so, and then I asked them, I was like, well, we've got money coming in from a reimbursement from our move. If that comes in and we're able to take care of the full balance, is that the better thing to do? And they were like, well, if the modification hasn't been decided, then we could do that, and it'll just bring the loan current, and they'll just cancel the modification. So we're kind of trying to figure out whether the military is going to pay us first or the modification decision is going to come first.
Gotcha.
I was talking with someone else that was in the military while we were hanging out with friends this past weekend, and they were talking about how they had to go with a company, I guess, such as yours, to go ahead and get their house sold, because they were headed overseas, and they didn't have the liberty of trying to deal with trying to get it sold or rent it out or any of that. So they're like, we weren't really comfortable with it, but everything has gone smooth so far. And I was like, well, I know we had an offer from someone, so maybe I'll reach back out to them and see if that might be an option to move the house, at least to get, to go ahead and get something going with it rather than it just sitting empty. Once this modification comes through or our reimbursement comes through, I guess our game plan at that point was to I budgeted out for us to just pay both mortgages until we get it rented out or whatever happens. So that's where we are now, basically.
Gotcha. So basically, right now it's just sitting vacant. I did look at online and I did see that you have it currently listed for rent.
Yes.
Yeah, got it. Have you had any hits on it?
Yeah, we've had a few people take a look at it. I was thinking about reducing the rate again because right now it's a little positive as far as the money that would be coming in.
Yeah.
If I drop it down anymore, we'd be trying kind of breaking even, which I'm fine with that as well. I just didn't want to get to a place where, I guess even if I got to a place where we're having to kick out $100, $200 a month, that's better than paying the full thing. Another thing that I need to take care of, but I just did because I wasn't sure what was going to happen with the house. But if if we do get to a place where we're going to keep it, the mortgage has gone up about $500 since August, and that part of that is because of the part of it was the escrow. Their guesstimation for the escrow was low, I guess, last year, so they increased that some. But the other was because the homeowner's insurance went up, and I haven't shopped to see about reducing the homeowner's insurance to get the mortgage down a little bit more. I know I can reduce it probably about $300 a month if I add it onto my new insurance policy that covers my RV and the boat trailers and stuff that I have.
So is the payment $2,083? Is that going to change?
That is what it is now.
Oh.
It was $1,500 prior to.
Oh wow, that is a huge increase. Wow.
Yeah, it was a huge increase.
Yeah.
If we were in the house, I would have immediately shopped for the insurance.
Mm-hmm.
I know what I called when I saw the increase. I called them and they were like, "Well, part of it was underestimating the escrow for last year, and the other part is the homeowner's insurance increase."
Got it.
And so I actually went in and got a quote from my policy that covers my insurance. Covers the auto. We have the 2 cars, and we actually have an RV, and we have a boat. So the policy that covers that stuff, it was like if you add the home to it, he was able to get a decrease of about $350 a month.
Mm-hmm.
So that would have brought the note down at least $300. So we'd have been looking at about $1,500. The other option was to, on the escrow, pay a lump sum of $4,000, and that would bring it back down to the $1,500. So there were a couple of different options.
So they told you if you paid the escrow balance shortage, it would bring the escrow down?
Yeah, it would bring it down, yeah.
Oh.
Because that balance came from them underestimating, I guess, the escrow over the last 12 months.
I gotcha. Okay.
That's where that came from.
Got it. So the $3,290 you're saying would bring the payment down by about $500 once it's paid.
The $3,290 would bring it down by, I think it's like around $250 is what he said.
Okay.
And then the other balance was because the insurance is high, and he was like, I would shop another policy.
Gotcha. Got it. Okay. Got it. Okay. Now, have you and your husband talked about like being landlords? Is that something you guys want to do?
Yeah, we discussed it because I did that with a property that I had in Gulf Breeze.
Mm-hmm.
This was actually prior to us getting married. When we got married, we purchased that house. But I had another house that was in Gulf Breeze, and my ex and my daughter was in that house. After they moved out of it, I rented it out. However, right before all this crap happened at the first of the year, the person that was in it wanted to buy it, so we just structured it like a lease purchase, and I just sold it to them.
Oh, nice. Okay. So you know a little bit about creative financing, then the lease purchase. I like that. Not many people know what that means. That's awesome. Perfect. Well then tell me how can I help you? How can we help you here?
I was looking at the original structure deal, and I know the value of the house has come down some since you guys did that, and I looked at the numbers, and I was like, well, we were talking about putting someone in there to lease the house.
Okay.
And if we did do that, then yeah, of course we would be responsible for making sure. They'd be sending the payments into us and stuff, but maintenance and stuff would be on us to take care of that. And I've done that before. It's not a big deal. We're not that far away. We're only about 5 hours over in Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
To handle stuff if we needed to, or I've got some handy people that I could call on. But when I looked at the deal, I was like, well, this would actually put some cash in hand, take the burden of the note off of our back at the homeowners. Although it wouldn't free up our VA allotment, that's actually not an issue at this point because we were able to work around that.
Yeah.
So at first, that was our biggest deal. Like, we needed that freed up if we were going to buy something else.
Mm-hmm.
However, we were able to get the allotment raised and get us to a place where we could get something else. Because you can have 2 houses under VA.
Yep.
You just have to have enough money to do it.
Correct.